Hello, everyone. Today we have wonderful guests, Mr. Allen and Mr. Eduardo. So, first of all, I would like to request Mr. Allen to introduce himself. Yes, Mr. Allen, go ahead, please.
All right, Abbas, thank you so much for having me over here. Thank you so much for the warmly welcome. I do appreciate it. And yes, it's for me being over here. It's an honor. And yes, my name is Alan. I'm from Guatemala, Central America, and this is actually the first time being online. So thank you. I really appreciate.
Wow, that was good. That was good. And thank you, Alan, for giving us time. Now, I would like to request Mr. Eduardo to introduce himself, please.
My name is Eduardo. I am from Brazil. I am 30 years old, and it's my third time that I enter live here in this StreamYard, and I hope it will help me to develop my conversation. That's it.
Okay, wow, wow, that is great. That is great. Uh, Mr. Allen from Guatemala, uh, can I ask you something, taking the benefit of your presence here? Can you just tell me what have you learned since you first started attending Travis Van Dusen's classes, who is certified from John C. Maxwell?
All right, thank you so much for the chance. This is what I've been expecting. And again, for me, it's an honor. And for those who are watching us right now, or for the ones who are going to watch this video later on, for me, it's an honor. All right, since I first started attending Mr. Travis Van Dissen's classes, who is a certified teacher by the John Maxwell team, who is the speaker in leadership, who is the number one speaker in leadership. So I have learned a lot of things, but there's one thing which has influenced me since I can remember, because I started participating in those classes 2 months ago, if I'm not wrong. I'm not pretty sure about the date, but back then I can remember that Mr. Travis started giving his speech and the presentation, and I could understand him perfectly at that time. And then he told us that if we would like to become real leaders, what do we need to do? He asked that question. In order for us to be real leaders, what are the things that we need to do so we can have influence over others, so we can impact other people? And that was actually a really nice question. And now I can say that it has definitely changed my perspective, and now I'm thinking of having influence over others, but with the positive mindset. Because a true leader has a different mentality than the others who are not true, who are just fake leaders. But I'm not saying that they're wrong. I think every person is unique, and every human being has its own point of view regarding the situation they are going through. But we have to be respectful. But we want to be real leaders, then we have to change. We have to face as well. We have to face the reality as well. So this is the thing that I would like to mention. I can remember that he said. I can remember that Mr. Travis said that if we like to be leadership, there's one thing we should learn, and it is listening to others. So every time we get together with others, so this is so important. We have to listen to others. In order for us to see what others think, we should always uh, listen to those who are trying to convey something. But we should always as well have this in mind. We should never approach people in a defensive way. Because what happens if we're just trying like to have influence over others without knowing the personality the person has you're talking to, this will go crazy. So we have to keep that in mind. So we have to change. We have to change. If we are not true leaders, then we won't give others the space. So that's what I have learned, and I have learned a couple of things more, which I would like to mention. But I don't know if you, Abbas, can give me some more time to go ahead and.
I will request you to mention more stuff. I'm enjoying it. I'm learning a lot, and I'm noting it down. So please go ahead, man, my man.
Okay, thank you so much, Abbas.
Thank
Yes,
you, Alan.
and yeah, I do appreciate the time, Abbas. Yes, and we would like to have influence, so we have to keep in mind that we have to be the person who needs to change first. What happens in a company, where there's a leader who is not guiding people correctly, those who are following him will go to a place where there's nothing to get to achieve. So a true leader will always guide those who are behind, but in the right way. And we have always to be honest with ourselves first. I mean, what I want to mention is that when we want to be honest with ourselves, it means that we have to have integrity. We should be only one person at the workplace, and we should always keep that personality when we get to our house, because a person without integrity will lose the credibility of in front of others. So we have to be a person of integrity, because if we don't do that, people will tell, all right, he's just faking everything he's saying. He's not being real. He's not being what he says. He's just being a person who's trying to say what he is actually not aware of. So that's what I have learned as well. And there are more things which I have learned from Mr. Van Dusen. He's actually the best mentor I have ever met, and thank God I really appreciate his words. He has always encouraged us to go ahead and follow, and he has also told us that we need to set our goals in the long term, because a person without a goal, uh, so this person basically doesn't have a vision of what will happen in the future. And we should always set up our goals. But he has told us as well that we need to be mindful of the time, of the moment. It means that whenever we say that we need to be mindful, it means that we have to love the people who are around us. We shouldn't forget those who are around us, loving us, because sometimes we just think of having so many goals in the future, but we don't live the present. And that's the word error, the mistake that we can do in our life. Because if we are always thinking about what will happen in the future, so we are not living at the present. And what happens when we're not living at the present? We might get depressed, or even we could have anxiety, which is so sad. And once you develop, which is anxiety, it will take you to the next level if you don't take your time to relax and think about your life, about the people who are around you. So it's so important. There's like a controversy. I have heard some people saying, well, if you say that we need to set our goals in the long term, but how should we? How can we be mindful? Well, the thing is so simple. We just need to meditate. That's the word. Let's meditate. Let's think about who we are. Yes, I'm Alan. It's true, and I know that I will need it to do a lot of things in the future. I have so many plans. Well, actually, I have prioritized the plans which I would like to accomplish in the future because that's what we need to do as well. Prioritize. We need to prioritize the plans that will bring us some benefits in the future. And there are sometimes when we require to give up certain things. I was learning a, a different language, which certainly could have taken me more time, but I have just gave up because this is a sacrifice what I'm doing. Even though I like learning languages, but I have just given up because I have learned how to prioritize the things that will for sure bring some benefits in my life. But at the same time, I meditate and say, all right, sorry guys, sorry guys, I was, all right, I'm gonna continue. Yes, and at the same times, I try to meditate. Well, my name is Alan, yes, and let's see what I'm doing around. Well, I think I should take some time for me. The person who takes time to analyze his life, it means that this person has a high self-esteem and you love yourself. It means that you embrace yourself. So that's so important. It's hard. It requires getting out of the comfort zone. It's not that easy, but it's something which can be done. Any human being in this world can do anything, whatever we want to achieve. And it's true, it will certainly take a lot of effort, sacrifice, and time as well. That's it, guys. Thank you so much.
Wow, it was heavy. Wow, it was heavy. Really, really, it was beautiful, beautiful. And now I would request Edvardo. Could you please tell me, Edvardo, that what was that project that you proposed for your colleagues when you were in the elementary school?
Yeah, so when I was in the elementary school, I proposed a project, What's Human Body? And uh, almost everyone in my classroom wanted that project because they voted in it. And then we had a fair to tell about the parts of human body and to discuss how the human body works. And so we have spoken about that, how is the human body composed, like it has living cells, extracellular material too, and it's organized into tissues, organs, and systems. Yeah, so we have spoken about the anatomy of human body. That's it.
Wow, wow, that is awesome. And we are having some technical issues, but our friend is back from Guatemala, Alan. So, Alan, could you please tell me, could you put some light that through where can you apply this priceless knowledge which you gain throughout the meetings of Travis Van Dusen? Where can you apply them? Um, that the meetings you have attended, this priceless knowledge. Can you guide us regarding that?
For sure, Abbas. Well, this priceless knowledge which I have gained throughout the learning process which I have taken deeply and I have taken it seriously. I can definitely tell you guys that it could be applied uh, among friends. If you are working for a company and you're planning to become a manager or a good person, a good leader among your team, that would be incredible. And the knowledge which I have acquired, I can definitely tell you guys that I can apply it within my family first, and I can definitely tell my father that we can do this so the family members can get together. Maybe not every single day, but at least this is so important because if we apply all the knowledge which is related to leadership, it will certainly make you an influencer, a positive influencer. And whatever, and whoever has a problem and approaches you and tells you, "Hey, look, I'm having a problem with this," and then we will be able to ask the person, tell me the reality. I would like to know more about your problem so I can give you a solution. Maybe I won't give you a lot of money, but at least I'm gonna give you three or four solution, and then you'll see which one to pick up in order for you to solve the problem. But this will automatically help people, and this could change people's behavior. This could change people's mindset, which is so interesting. And this, as I have just said, this can be applied if you're working in a company. You could start uh, influencing others in order for the company to get some more profits. And in that way, the company will grow. And what happens when a company grows? You could be given an opportunity to be uh, somebody else in the company. You could grow within the company. And if that happens, it will certainly bring you some benefits. Some are perks, some are money, and that's it. Abbas, thank you, Abbas.
It was excellent, Alan, uh, and I really appreciate you sharing such a beautiful knowledge with us, man. And Eduardo, could you please tell us what do you want the people to remember when you die? Like we all will die, but we all pray that we get healthy and wealthy and long lives. But what do you want the people to remember?
Yeah, so I want people to remember about good things I have done during my lifetime. Like when I was a professional, I worked as a teacher, helping people to develop themselves for their lives. And so they had the opportunity to acquire knowledge from me. And also, I want people to remember about something I did to help other people, like children with special needs in a classroom that included people who were normal. Yeah, and so I want people to remember about what did I do to help people learn the content they were supposed to, like how to develop writing, reading, and listening the, their language. That's it.
Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you, Eduardo, for sharing such a knowledge and beautiful. Alan, would you like to tell us that what we need to do in order so that more people can grow successfully along with us? Can you guide us regarding that, man?
Okay, so sure, Abbas. This is actually an interesting question, Abbas, and as I have just said, we have to change first ourselves. So in order for us to have influence over others, we have to change first. We have to love ourselves first, and we have. In my case, what I'm doing is this. A lot of people are jobless in my community, and I have tried at least to engage myself into their conversation and listen to them first. And of course, I have told them that about many things which I have learned throughout my life, and I have also told these people that we learn from our mistakes, but we should see uh, failures not as a failure at all. We should see every time we fail, we should see this like another step in order for us to achieve success. Because this is what we happen sometimes. We sometimes fail, and then we say that, all right, I'm a loser. I cannot do anything in my life. I think it means that I'm a failure, but that's not it. That's not it. Because if we see it differently, it will certainly give us the strength to go ahead. Uh, I would like to name a scientist, but I don't even know his name. But this character was the one who created the bulb, and he failed a lot of times. He failed many times to create this creation. So it took him a lot of effort as well. So in order for us to see more people succeeding along with us, we should always support them, and and of course guide them as well. Because there are some people who are unaware of the situation where they are in, so we need to tell them what we have learned from our past experiences, and these people will open their eyes, because we are certainly people of influence. I consider you, Abbas, as a person of influence, and Mr. Eduardo as well. You guys are amazingly great. You are great. You are great people, and I feel blessed of of being over here with you guys. Yes, and that's it, guys. I think the three of us over here have learned a lot as well with Mr. Van Dusen, and we can apply that with our friends, and they will also spread that good news to others, and these people will blossom in the future. But that's how this is done. So we need to guide others as well. And I love everything which I have learned with Travis and with you guys as well. Thank you so much. And I think this is the way that we should lead and, of course, guide people. And we have to have in mind as well that people are the priority. We shouldn't be selfish. We should always put people first. They are the first who are like so people are the first people are first people. We should always put people first and not us, because we sometimes say, all right, this is all about me. I want to win, but what about the other person? It's like if you go to the market, if you see a person who have just displayed his mantle on the floor, and on top of that he has to display all his products, and then we approach the person, hey, you just start bargaining the product, but in reality, we don't really think about the sacrifice which they have given to get the product, the final product. But that's what I think, guys. We should put people first and not us. It's true, we have to love ourselves, but a true leader will always put people first. Thank you, guys.
Wow, wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. And thank you so very much, guys, for coming to my show and giving me and all of us such a great knowledge Mr. Alan from Guatemala, and Mr. Eduardo from Brazil. So thank you so very much. Please do come back when we call you on Ackler, and special thanks to Travis Van Dusen, um Rehan Allahwala, um, John C. Maxwell, and his team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Allah Hafiz, Jazakallah, bye bye, ciao.